And we are back with Cadets Round 2, Heat 2. In red, Archie Williams. In yellow, Benji Travani. In blue, Buddy Bracken Stoltz. And in white, Finn Smith. Blues up and riding from South Australia, Buddy. Not quite making it out of that one. Pulling under for that left-hander. There's a nice one out the back with red having a look at this one, but unfortunately just not hitting that bank correctly.
Little bit down the line, that one, but a nice barrel peeling off that. There's definitely still some scoring potential out there today at D-Bar.
So stoked that Buddy come all the way up from SA, and the fact that he's from Knights Beach, I hope to bump into him later in the day and have a bit of a chin wag to him, because it used to be one of my local breaks down at Knights Beach at Victor Harbour on the very southern end of South Australia. Cold waters down there, just across the channel is Kangaroo Island. Here he goes again, Buddy from South Australia, looking for a roll off that one. Just getting a bit hung up. Yeah, just across the channel from Victor Harbour is Kangaroo Island, another beautiful holiday destination here in Australia. It's the epitome of Australia down there, just absolutely magic Australian surroundings with wallabies and seals and penguins, and it's just the most beautiful wildlife and picturesque headlands on the southern side of the island as well.
Yeah, crazy place. Have you ever been to Kangaroo Island?
Couple of times. I've got a story about KI. I went over there with some friends from out west, and when I was living there, they were travelling around in a combi. They picked me up, and we jumped in the combi, went over there, and we drove along the southern side of the island on the surf side as west as we could before the road ended. And we jumped out, and we walked for maybe 3 Ks along multiple different headlands through the dunes. And there was this massive sheer cliff face in this cove. There was only about a 50-metre stretch of sand and huge headlands, prehistoric headlands on either side. And as we looked down, there was half a seal, like right on the edge of the beach. The water was red.
Oh, wow. Eaten by a shark.
Eaten by a shark. It's very sharky down there.
Yeah, big sharks.
Big sharks and a lot of wildlife for them to eat. You know, seals and sea lions and penguins everywhere. They've got on the northern side of the island, they've got Penguin Bay, and it's a bit of a sightseeing attraction there where you can stay in a cabin and go and see the penguins there. And it's a magic spot. You've been there yourself?
No, never been, but I've heard many good things about it. It's a beautiful part of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's a scary sight to see, though, the water being all mucked up from a seal carcass.
Like, oh, look at Lovers. There's a big set coming through at the northern end of the beach. It's not quite going to line up on the bank, unfortunately, but it was a decent size wave anyway compared to what we've seen today. Out in front. Buddy's out in front at the moment. Only some low scores dropping, but he's got 2 waves on the board, putting him currently in the lead with a 1.5, and we're still waiting for some waves to come through, a little bit slower at the start of this heat.
Yeah, we've already had a chat today with Benji Taviani. He had a really good heat earlier in the day, so he's stoked to be in this repechage heat, and we'll see which of these 2 guys will be advancing into the Cadet Round 3. This is an elimination round. 2 of the riders will be going home after this, so yeah.
Yeah, no, South Australia, magic place. Great swells that come through with Buddy, our current heat leader, hailing from South Australia. And it's a white breeder breeding ground. That whole peninsula, that whole big V in South Australia, if you look on your map, like Adelaide City's like in this big bight. On the edge of the Great Australian Bight, as known as the Great Australian Bight. But they're actually protected there. They're not allowed to fish for them or hunt for the great whites. It's a great white breeding ground. So the big great whites come in there and actually breed, and then they'll come all the way from Victoria across the bottom end of Australia chasing the salmon. You'll actually see them, they'll have them on the news down there, massive schools, thousands of salmon just travelling from the bottom end of Victoria all the way across South Australia to WA. Now, we've just got Hardy Fletcher coming in, and like I was saying, he spent more time in the commentary tent than I did last year. Just grab that towel off that seat. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get a headset onto you, Hardy, and have a little interview. How's it going, Hardy?
Pretty good.
How are you feeling out there? It was nice heat, good barrel you got.
Yeah, the barrel was pretty good.
It was a good one, that left, yeah, running down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how have you been, mate? I was just saying to Joey that you spent more time in the commentary terms the last few years than I did. All those heats you've been winning lately. You've been surfing really well. You've been scoring any new waves lately? Been having a bit of fun down at home?
Yeah, there's some waves. We scored some on, I think, a couple of days ago.
Is that where you got these nasty reef cuts? Are they reef cuts? Or?
No, I've trashed on my e-scooter.
Oh, no. Crashed the e-scooter.
Yeah.
That'll do it, won't it?
Yeah. Oh, at least, you didn't wipe out on the reef. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's new in the world of you, mate? Are you riding new boards lately? Are you still riding science boards? Is it science boards you're riding?
Yeah. Just riding science, and I think, I got Viper fins now.
I noticed that. I called them out. We noticed the yellow dot on the Vipers. I used to run the old school square Vipers back in the day. They were my go-to. Have the ones you got the wetsuit insole in them, or not those ones? Sorry, we just missed a little bit of action there. Here's a bit of a replay for Buddy's wave there with a forward spin and tucking into the little closeout. And there was one wave before it, was there, Joey?
Yeah, just a quick replay. I saw Archie Williams with a nice spin to roll combination. Yeah, here's another little replay of the one we just saw, but
see if we've got.
Yeah. So what have you been doing coming up to this event? Been
nothing much, just surfing.
Same old.
Yeah.
And where are you living?
North Haven.
Yeah. Okay. Good banks there at the moment.
Yeah, there's some everywhere usually.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Always scoring a couple of fun waves here and there.
And how do you feel? You're a fair bit younger than most of the boys here.
Yeah.
You intimidated by that, or you just go out and give it everything?
Yeah, I just go
Show
out
them what
and
you've
surf.
got. And I got corrected by one of the family members earlier. They come over and said, Hardy's mum wanted you to let you know that he's 12, not 15. Is that right?
Yeah.
You're 12 years old?
Yeah.
Look at this guy, 12 years old and just ripping. And how many divisions did you enter in this year?
3.
3 divisions.
Groms, cadets, and then juniors.
Groms, cadets, and juniors. How much surfing? So we can definitely expect to see you in this tent over the next couple of days, I guarantee it. This is Hardy Fletcher, guys, the winner of the last round of the cadets, was it? Which one?
Yeah,
Lost count. You're in
both.
3 divisions. Congratulations to Hardy Fletcher, guys. Keep an eye out for this guy hailing from down North Haven. Is it?
Yeah,
North Haven, and riding science boards. Hardy Fletcher, thank you very much for coming in, and congratulations.
Yeah, well done, Hardy. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, so here's some live action going on now. We've got Buddy having a crack. Buddy from South Australia, unable to get that roll in. And it looks like Benji Taviani is having a sniff at this one. Let's see what he can do. Just bottom turn straight into a little roll.
That
and
was
manages
tasty.
to complete it nicely. Up and riding once again. Archie Williams. See if we can find a section here.
Nice roll as well for Archie's. Just getting wave after wave out there. Now keep an eye out for young Hardy Fletcher, the winner of the last round, the last heat, and watch out for those e-scooters, Hardy.
Dangerous things, eh?
I reckon.
We were watching some e-scooter crash compilations the other day on YouTube, and there's some heavy ones out there.
Oh man, I've seen a few myself. It looked like he's got a big,
pretty deep cut.
Deep cut on his knee. Yeah, it didn't look. It looked. He must have been sending it.
Yeah, here's this replay we got from Buddy. He comes through here, and I think he goes up for the roll, just kind of trying to rotate it over a bit early, and you could see the frustration on his face.
Oh. 11 minutes remaining in Cadets Round 2, Heat 2 here at the beautiful city of Gold Coast Future Pros. Here's the replay of Archie's wave as well. Archie, one of the Williams boys.
One of the many Williams boys there. Seem to be in nearly every heat.
What a great community, hey, having such proud bodyboarding families here in Australia and abroad as well. I've no doubt there's bodyboarding families everywhere across the world. It's so good to have them up here competing in the Rising Series, the IBC Rising Series at D-Bar today. But out in front, with just over 10 minutes remaining, is Archie Williams with a total score of 8.5. In second is Benji Taviani with a total score of 5.67. And in third place is Buddy with a total score of 3.8. Only needs, here we go, Archie's having a look at this one. Don't worry about those surfers, they're interfering. And he's coming around, forward spin, just getting hung up. Oh, he
Nearly muscled through that one, but
He
not
did.
quite.
Now, Buddy's in third position. Here's a bit of a replay of that last one. We've got to get these, hopefully the beach commentary can usher these free surfers out of the competition area to avoid any interference.
Yeah, they're starting to creep a little bit too far north, but looks like the Groms will hold them down and just burn them if they try and have a look at a wave, hopefully.
That's right.
Let them know.
You don't really need the stress of having to look over your shoulder, you know, when you're running a IBC event like this. You know, it's a major event for these juniors, and they're doing such a good job competing under pressure for a chance. I mean, this is only the cadets division, but these guys are just forever evolving. I mean, look at Hardy Fletcher in 3 different divisions this year. I'm pretty sure he runs at least 2 or 3 every year, and so much time in the water, so fit, such a dude. What an absolute dude he is. But in third position is Buddy, and he only needs a 3.82 to progress in this round. In fourth position is Finn Smith in white, and yet to drop a score.
That's it, up and paddling. Archie Williams confidently just edging into those surfers there. Good on him. Let's see what he can do here. Nice projected roll, extended arms, and potentially a combination coming up here.
And another.
He finds it. That was a really good wave, and that will solidify his lead. Probably the best wave of the heat so far.
I think so too. It's got to score better than the 4.5 and the 4 that he already has on the board. Let's see what the judges drop for that. With a bit of activity happening out the back. Everybody's paddling. There's some good peaks coming through.
Look at that left.
Back to the live action. Who's in position? Yellow's having a look at this one. It's already broke. There's not much of a wall on it, but definitely some size out the back with the forward spin. He's still got it, and he's squeezing everything he can out the end, and a roll off the end. Here we go. Nice. And we had a rider out the back looking at that previous one, but didn't give him what he wanted.
Yeah, really nice combination there for the Benji Taviani, the rider in yellow. And look at this set. This one's probably just a bit too big for the bank at the moment, closing out.
As it gets bigger here, you'll get these A-frames that will break way out. You know, if you're not in the right place at the right time, like, it's not very threatening. They're not super hollow, shallow waves, but you will get those big wide sets that come through, and sometimes it's good to be in the right place at the right time. Here's Benji's wave here, the replay.
Nice spin there, clean, and little speed check, and you can see he's looking down the line, and a little hook bowl's coming at him, manages to pop a roll through, and on a set wave, I think he'll be rewarded for that. And you can see the scores there, just sitting in second place behind Archie Williams.
Here we go. We've got Ryder in blue just pulling off the back. But yeah, well done to Benji. It was a privilege to have him in the tent here before. I'm not actually sure if I've met him. I don't think he's been up. There we go. Ryder in red as well. Archie with a nice arm extension roll on that one. Just getting wave after wave. Ryder in white's finally having a look and just letting that one go.
Yeah, that's it. Real nice projection there. We'll catch that replay any second, but he did well get the frame out of the water. He's a tall kid.
He is.
And look at this, just high line, and he sees that, and boom,
Oh.
big projected roll. The judges have given that a 6. He's
That's tasty.
even further into the lead. Really
Here we
nice.
go. We've finally got Ryder in white up on his first wave. Finn Smith. There he goes.
Yeah, some non-stop action here at D-Bar today. Look at this replay. Yeah, just setting a nice line. Really like his posture as well, but kind of maybe thought about a reverse spin there and was like, nah, and just decided to kick off of that wave.
So still out in front, Archie Williams with a total score of 12.67. He's been busy in the water, young Archie. And in second spot is Benji Taviani with a total score of 10.2. Buddy from South Australia needs a big score of 7.81 to make it through this knockout round.
Yeah, they've really streamed ahead here. Archie and Benji are making the other boys work for it. Buddy and Finn are really going to want to have to put probably a whole new combination of 2 waves together. But look at this inside barrel. Is he going to come out of this little thing?
Scooped under that nugget. Oh, and just pushes through. But that was a clean little tasty one on the inside. The judges will have a much better angle of that, but look how clean it is.
Yeah, it's a
Just
smaller one, but
under.
really nice shape. And you can see it comes out, it kind of bowls up a bit, but doesn't manage to land that roll at the end.
Now, he'd definitely be more familiar with lefts, Knights being a predominantly left-hand brake. You will get an occasional right-hand triangle there, but it will wedge off that headland into a big A-frame nugget at Knights Beach in South Australia, where Buddy hails from.
Yeah, that's it. Cool to see some bodyboarders getting onto the competitive scene coming up from there, because I know that there's some really nice waves, not just there, but all the whole South Australian coast. I'm sure they all enjoy some of the hidden gems that are out there. And
there's so many down there.
Yeah. Yeah, really cool to see. Buddy Backenstall sitting in third place at the moment, needing a bit of a score there, 6.98. Oh, it's just updating there on our screens, 7.04 now, as Archie and Benji are just holding it down here today.
100% with just over 4 minutes remaining, right on the 4-minute mark now. They've got definitely two dominant surfers in this heat, with Archie and Benji sitting in first and second position in this knockout round.
Yeah, that's it. Look at this one shaping up. We have Benji had a little look, but good choice there. Didn't really decide to break. And the tide doesn't feel like it's definitely on the way in now. Low was 2.5 hours ago.
Right.
But it's still, you can really tell that bank's quite defined, and you can still tell that the waves are loving to break on it, and it hasn't shifted as much as I thought it might. I guess that being said, it's not the biggest of tidal movements, just rising a metre over 6 hours. So
just seeing, I think it was Cooper Chippendale. Is he the older one, Cooper?
I think Cooper's the older one,
Yeah, with a nice reverse off Lovers, just in the free surfing zone out there. But there's still definitely waves to be had. You know, everybody's got to compete in the same conditions out there, so it's fair for everybody. We've got a priority system running today. So here we go. Rider in right, Finn Smith having a look. Not quite what he wanted.
Yeah, a couple of these sets seem to be closing down a little bit.
Yeah.
Really got to pick that peak and hope that it runs along the bank well, providing a barrel or a ramp. But I feel like the boys are sitting in good spots. A few surfers seem to be edging a little bit close, so hopefully they decide to...
Yeah, a couple of drop knee riders up at the northern end as well. They've got to... Hopefully they're not interfering. Rider in white. There he goes, Finn. Not a bad wave there. He got a little bit of shade, I think, and looks for that section at the end. Not bad. Not bad completed. Finn Smith, he's got to be happy with that one to finally get a decent score on the board. That was not a bad wave at all, Joey.
Yeah, picked off a nice one there, sitting a bit further north than some of the other guys. But a runner there ran all the way down that bank, and you could see his smile at the end of that one. He was, I think he was happy to get something, because look, 2 minutes to go. Heat's just flown by, hasn't it? Benji Taviani.
Having a look at this one, tucking around. Oh, forward spin. Looking for something else. And a roll. Nice one, Benji.
Looking for a 7 here, so Archie is really comfortable at the moment just with this.
Now, we've got to remember these are only cadets. These guys are real young, hey, like they're doing an amazing job. When I was young, I did compete in boys and the Elite Body Bash back in the day. If anybody competed up here, we used to have the Elite Body Bash, and I'm showing my age here because first one I went into was just open division. There was no divisions. There was no boys. There was no girls. There was no juniors. It was just every man for himself, and I got selected for that one. The first one I went into to compete in the Nationals down in Ballina, and that was an absolute privilege to be a part of. Rider in red, having a look at this one. Forward spin, nice spin. Still, and a roll. Archie.
Can he get the second section as well?
Just scoops out the back.
Well done, Archie. Good bodyboarding there. Look at that. Just another combo, keeping real busy.
Yeah, look, get out of it, you surfer. He's like, yep, stick that forward spin in your face, surfer.
Yeah, nice. Finney Smith, little
Finn
speed
again.
check there.
This was live action.
Getting his second roll, so he's really just starting to get these combos right at the end of the heat. In the last 2 minutes, he's gone and got 2 completed waves. He'll be happy with that, Finn.
Starting to come together for him, isn't it?
Yeah, it might be too late to get the scores to catch up to Archie and Benji, but he's still having a crack, not giving up.
That's right.
And here's this last replay just before we jump to commercial. Archie Williams just getting that combo there and kicking out. That won't add to his scores either. And one more replay here of Finn.
We just had a rider there, possibly. There it is. There's the end of the heat. Thanks, guys. We'll just run to a quick ad for you.